Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to take you around the Knaus selection of camper vans, the new collection. And before I actually start, we'll just have a little quick walk around here. I need to point out one thing. Somebody said to me, for somebody who doesn't like Knaus, you sure do put a lot of their vehicles in. And yeah, okay, that is true. My objective is to show you what is available. It is not to show what is available which I like. So that is a very important thing to say at the outset. So anyway, so we've got camper vans here based on a number of platforms such as Fiat, such as MAN, such as 1973 Lada. No, the Lada was just a little joke of mine. So let's start off at the very back down here, and having taken you through a little walk, so you can see it's going to be a rather long video. In fact, if the video gets too long, I'll break it up into two parts. So starting off with this one here, so we've got the two, as always with Knaus, they put up their two stars at the back or at the front, and there's the ones on the stage. So let's come right over here. Now, as far as this one here is concerned, there's the price. Oh, there isn't one. Another little joke of mine. And so what we've got here is, this is a 636 centimeter long on a Fiat Ducato, and you've got a bed above and a bed at the back. Now, I like a high roof camper, but there's a number of problems with this one. For example, look at all that space wasted up there and wasted up there. Now, what's the point of having a high roof? That is to allow you to get a bed up here, and that could be highly useful. Note, under the bed, there's a huge amount of space down here, and you can even continue to sit at the table. Turn the camera around. There's me. I'm sitting at the table completely upright. Look at all this space above my head. And so somebody could be asleep up there, and it could be continue to sit down here. That is a pretty good function in my opinion. Here we've got the sort of drawers, kitchen, with, of course, so all your stuff can sort of fall out here as the vehicle moves along. I believe drawers, the sides should be solid. I do appreciate there's something about saving weight, but for all the harassment you get when things fall down the side, I think a few extra grams won't make that much difference. It's like putting in, I don't know, a few extra grams, maybe, I don't know, 50 milliliters of fuel or something. Not even that. Anyway, there you go, two burners, that's normal. And there's a sink with a proper domestic drainage hole in it. Yeah, I'll take you into the, what's all this? The problem with these things here is that they stick to your body. Now this here, for the shower, I'll show you the toilet's around here, so you don't want the toilet getting wet, you put this thing around yourself here. But I've got these things in them to sort of hold them in place, which you might have, these whatever they're made of, and that comes around, and then you get in the shower. Okay, right, so you've got here, there's me in the shower. All right, look, now can you imagine having a shower in here with this sort of stuff touching you all the time? All right, so because it'll get wet no matter how careful you are. So don't rate that at all. I would just take it out completely. But there are those who don't want their toilets to get wet for whatever reason. There are two drainage points down there, that's good, but they've used the size which is bad. Right, anyway, let's go and have a look on the back. Because I do like a high roof on a van. Right, Street XL, sorry I didn't give you the name. There you go. There's quite a lot of storage space in there, and as with all camper vans, all this will move up, give you more space at the back should you need it. Okay, the water tank 105 litres, and it says here that it's an integrated wastewater 95 litre tank. So okay, gas cupboard is here, but there certainly is a lot of space there to actually carry things. Now, I've got to point this thing. It says up there, closed cold bridge optimized insulation. A cold bridge is when my tank, when you join two insulation pieces together, and in between the two can form, it can be colder. Okay, right, now look at this. So you've got that sign up there saying about it's got this optimized insulation, and here there is no insulation. It's not even a cold bridge, it's an entire the entire length of the vehicle. Okay, let's go and see the next one. And so Lifetime XL. Now the advantage, of course, of the high roof, you got all this extra space. There's a disadvantage. This fuel consumption does increase, and it's about 1 litre per 100 kilometers per 7 centimeters. So it's not much, but I mean, let's face it though, you buy a van to travel in and to live in, and so I think that is more important. Okay, 85,000 euros. There you go. Box Life Pro 600. So now once more, very high, but they've space above, and catching dust and all sorts up there, not being used. I appreciate it's very high. I can't reach up there, but I can if I stand on the bed, and which I'm not going to demonstrate now because I've got shoes on. And let's have a look in here. Storage. And so you see that's a lengthwise bed. Okay, now that isn't that better without the thing, although the net there thing is up there. But much easier to use, in my opinion. Take that thing off. Completely unpractical. And the problem with this is what happens when people design vans who don't use them. So they could have sort of rang me up and said, what do you think of putting this in, this shower curtain? And I'd say, don't do it then, because I live in a van. Or they could have rang one of you up who lives in a van, couldn't they? I mean, didn't have to ring me up. And wardrobe. Right, soft close it says. Let's see if there's a soft close. There's it goes. Sorry, that doesn't count. We'll have to do it again. It only seems to have a soft close if you push it. Look. There you go. It's not closed, is it? It's not closed until I push it, but if I touch it, you see. Anyway, okay, right. So it's not a soft close. Right, let's go and have a look at another one. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the high roof ones. How's that sound? So if I do the high roof ones, then you'll... if not, the video's going to go on forever. Mind you, this is a pretty good high roof one, isn't it? So that is a... I haven't got the price on this thing here, but I can demonstrate the high roof from the rear end. Solution 4 it's called. You can see here that the space has been used up top. Mind you, this one isn't as high as the ones we've just seen, but this has got the bed up front, and a stack of space under there. I can't give you the cost, but it's all very similar. Now we've got the bed which is up there, so I like this layout. I'm even going to show you how much space there is. So there's me, see, plenty of space there, and when the bed comes down, there's still going to be a bit of space to sit on. It's not going to be very comfortable, but you are going to manage it, and probably by the time someone's asleep, you're going to be pretty sloshed yourself, so you're not going to be sitting upright anyway. Coming around here, 2 burners sink, as always. Completely wasted space here. Here's a fridge, which looks like most fridges. And there is a wardrobe and beds at the back, and there's storage used to the max. And it's also got a nice colour, it's a red colour, but you can change the colour if you want a blue or you want a yellow. Let's see if it works. Oh, maybe it doesn't got any batteries in, but anyway, it certainly works. Sorry, it must work because it's on red now. And you've got a little bit of these cubby holes at the back, used to charge your phone up or something like that. At least you would be able to if they actually thought of putting a charger in. But you can arrange for that, it's not so much a problem. So the mattress has got 2 areas of cold foam. These will obviously come out, so if you want to use that for throughput. And here, once more, there's a daft curtain in here, but get rid of the curtain if you want to have a shower. You might like getting tangled up in the curtain, and so then do that. But look how much space there is again here, plenty of space up there. So there, so that's from, it's not too bad at all as far as the space is concerned. Quite like this one actually. What a pity it's a Knaus. Right, so we're now gonna come over here and see this one here. Again, extended roof, you can see there, not as big as the others were. Box Life Pro 630, 80,000 euros, nearly. So here they've got storage in the bulwark, high storage areas, no bed up front, bed at the back, storage below the bed, and same rear as we just saw, and same toilet as we just saw, but getting rid of the bed, and you've got lots of space for storage. It might seem a bit as though you're walking down a cavern a little bit. It might appear that way, but that is getting as much storage in the vehicle as you can. So that is something positive. This is, I would say, to use the German word, a bit of a storage wonder. It's done really well on that point, except for this here. Look at that. What's the ledge as well? Things, as soon as you sort of move off, everything's going to fall down. You see, that is the sort of thing that you know if you actually use it. These things here called Kippur, that's K-I-I-P-U-R. I did a video on this in 2016, and I still think they're absolutely brilliant. All these years later. So, right. Now, this one here, Knaus Box Life 600 DQ, extended roof to it. Let's go inside. It's got the bed up there, but like we just saw earlier, but with plenty of space. Here at the back, we've got a bed which will go up and down. And note that it's quite high up now. You do need the ladder to get into it. When the ladder's out, it creates a bit of faffing around, but not a lot, and it gives you all of this space below, and that is something really important. Fridge, very similar. Wardrobe down here, and the toilet here. Well, this one's got a duckboard in, but very similar. got a window in there, and there's plenty of height above. And up here, got the bed as well, which actually I won't demonstrate because there's you should really use it for demonstration. There should be the stand personnel round, so I don't want to upset anybody. I'll take it on the back though, because that's I want some vehicles like this you can't get motorbikes in, for example. This one obviously you can't, but because there's enough space. But if you've got anything long throughput, then you could potentially put it through there, because these separation pieces will remove. So there is I think there's a number of companies now doing this. I think that is a really good way of for carrying things. You've got a variable bed height, so that is pretty positive. I shall close the door, and you can see how the height, how it's been added on. And you know, sometimes I do these videos and I can't remember where I've just been. Here we've got a Box Life 630 ME, 81,424, 636 centimeters in length. And here, once more, plenty of space above. This one seems to me to look a little less cavernous, but I think the reason for that is the colour scheme. There's one with a tent in the roof, but it does have a rather nice green colour to it. Here, we'll have a look inside. And so this is going to cost 87,500. Wants to put it on finance for me. This actually is, I should, as I said, I was doing high roof ones. This is the standard Fiat roof. It was just that I wanted to show the inside of the tent in the roof. The colour changes, you can change it to others as well. Anyway, if you want a green tent in the roof, or lighting in the tent in the roof, then go for that. Okay, and I'm going to show you the MAN ones as well, because this is a bit higher than the Fiat Ducato. And so this vehicle here comes at a cost of 105,000. It is 680 centimeters long, I think. And it does offer a little bit more height inside than the Fiat, but you know, it's not a lot. But it is rather attractive, isn't it? So I gotta say that for it. So there you go. There's a look around the Knaus stand at Caravan Salon Dusseldorf for the camper vans. So I've sort of divided this up into high roof and non-high roof. So we'll have a look at the non-high roof ones in another video. But I'm going to finish off with this one, which I think in some ways is the star one, to be quite honest. This is on a very unusual high roof. This thing's going to cost 116,000 euros, a box drive 600 XL. It's on an MAN basis, and this is undoubtedly the top of the range for the Knaus camper van selection. Now, right, let's come to the very back. Lighting looks quite good. Use of storage is poor. I've got a Dometic aircon up there. Obviously you can put this in just about any vehicle. Bear in mind it only works on hookup anyway. The storage inside, We've got an empty thing at the back, completely pointless. This is your wardrobe. I think that's a good idea. There's plenty of other companies doing the same thing. I mean, I did the same thing in my vehicle when it was rebuilt more than 6 years ago, although I had a longer one. Didn't work very well in my case, but I'm sure this works better. Notice the extra space, the flares at either side. There's a different word in American English which I learned the other day and now I've forgotten it. For this bit that sticks out, the flare, what's that in American English? Write the answer down. I've forgotten. 2 burners here. I was talking to somebody from Winnebago. Sink. Wardrobe. Now that's a much better washroom without this daft curtain in there. It does have this one, but it's not going. That's against the. I do hope that this, but it's not one of these and it goes all the way around ones. Having said that, and it's also got a magnet on the end, so that magnet attached to something. Don't know what, whatever. And got to ask what the point is. That is though. I mean, I'm presuming that this is completely waterproof. And got lots of storage in the bulwark. Now, as a rule, I don't like having some. I like to have a light or a window skylight up here, but this cushion's sort of spoiling the view. But there's plenty of space up there, which is good. But once more, space wasted. Again, I appreciate it's high up, it's difficult to reach, but there is a chair there and one can stand on the chair and one could get access. Another thing about these things, they collect dust and all the rest of it, so if you can get up there to clean it, you can certainly use it for storage as well. Yeah, good use up here. And there's a fridge down here as well. Oops, something's happened to my... Oh, what's happened here? You know what's happened here is that it didn't like the position it was in. Anyway, good. Sorry. Here we've got a fridge, opens both ways, so you can use it when you're outside without having to come in to open the fridge up. All of them here do have integrated mosquito net. So 10-year water ingress guarantee, SATES, windows. So thanks very much for being with me today. It's quite a long video, and so all the best from me in Germany. I'll try to do videos in more detail of individual vehicles, but it's not always easy, and because of the time constraints. But in previous years I have covered absolutely everything. So thanks for watching, and all the best from me in Germany.